Hello everyone, this is Kelly with a tiny bit of this paper crafting. Today I'm going to share with you how I altered the file that came with this project. It is a pineapple lantern, and this is from Dreaming Tree. And as I go through to show you the things that I'm going to change with the file itself is going to be the same. It's going to look the same. However, I'm going to ungroup some of the images that they have put together when you upload them into Design Space. So if this is something that you think you might want to learn how to do, just follow along and let's get to it. So I'm going to open up the file that that I had uploaded. So I uploaded all of these images. However, I really didn't need to. All I really needed to upload is this folder right here that says solid score lines. And they're the same images, but they have solid score lines. So if you're putting it through your Cricut machine, it will score with a solid score line. If you upload these images that are the regular ones, these little lines right here where the score is, it's going to take that scoring tool and go pick up, pick up, pick up, pick up, and that's going to take probably twice the amount of time to score the score marks on the images. So here's the solid score line. So I'm going to bring up my Cricut Design Space. Now you could do one of two things. You can either go drag and drop your file right here, or you can browse. Now, say if my folder was somewhere other than my desktop, I would probably want to go to the browse option to find my image, but I know it's right here on my desktop, so I'm just going to bring up my folder that I already have opened, and I'm going to take the image and drop it right here, and it comes up right to here. It doesn't give you the option of cleaning up because it's already cleaned up. All right. It already has its name, so you can leave it just the way you want. And then you hit save. Then it drops it into your uploaded images. Now I'm going to go right back into upload image and pull in the next item. And then hit save. Now they're both there. Upload image. Okay, now I have all of the images from here, so let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that's a duplicate. 6, 7, that's a duplicate. 8, 9, 10. I know I have all my images in here. Now the one other thing that I do like to do is I like to take a picture, download the picture of the project, okay, and upload it as well. And I'll tell you why I do that. One moment. Drag it in here. Now here's where it's obviously not a cleaned up image. We're just going to do complex, continue. We do definitely want it to be the print and cut version, so we see the picture, and hit save. Not going to bother renaming it because it's fine the way it is. All right, now I'm going to take one image at a time. So I'm going to start with the actual photo, and I'm going to drop it in here. Now it's going to be pretty big. I'm just going to take the corner and drag it up. We're going to go back to upload because this is going to bring us where our images are uploaded to in the Design Space. So you want to do one at a time, and you want to evaluate each image. So this is the thing that takes the most time. But if you do it the way I'm telling you to do it and take the time first, every time you're cutting this image, you're going to find it so much easier. Oh, 1 second. Take a sip of my coffee. Okay, now Dreaming Tree gives you this image all together. So you can see it's grouped. It's a cut image and a cut image. And you can tell by clicking on the image, looking over here on the right hand side panel, and you see things that are highlighted in gray. That's what you have clicked on. All right, now if we were to ungroup this and then click on something, you can see that is these two brown things together. They're together. If you click on this second one, it's a score mark. There's your score mark. However, when you upload an SVG, it always uploads as a cut mark. You have to change it to a score mark. The way to do that, ungrouped. You're going to click on the score mark, make sure it's gray where it says cut, and you're going to go up to this top line up here on the top of your design space, and you see where it says line type and it says cut. You're going to arrow down and it gives you other options. Do you want to draw, do you want to draw that line? Do you want to score that line? Do you want to engrave that line? Deboss that line? Use the wavy blade for that line, or use the perforated blade for that line? And obviously we want to score, so we're just going to change that to a score. Okay, now here's where I told you I want to separate these two. And the reason is because when I went to dump everything on the mat when I did my first pineapple, I was wasting a lot of space. I wanted these things to be the same color as my panel, and I was able to put them on the same sheet if these were separated. Okay, so with that being said, I'm going to show you how you're going to separate these two brown pieces. Because if you click on this brown, there is no ungroup, there is no detach, nothing like that. They're together. They were made together. So here's what I want to do. I want to take my score mark that's right here, and I'm going to hide it. So this little eyeball here on the right hand corner, I'm going to click it till there's a line through it. See how it disappeared? I do not want to move either one of these brown pieces, because if you move them, my score mark when we bring it back won't be in the same spot. So I just want to tap on the brown, go down here to contour, and what contour does, it shows you every cut mark, every cut line is highlighted. So I want to delete one of these, so I'm going to just tap on it and it deletes that cut mark. See how it goes a lighter gray? And I'm going to tap on each and every one of those pieces that I do not want to cut out. And then I have it back. Now there's only one. Then I'm going to bring my score mark back. And I want to do the same thing. Okay. Actually, it looks like, now that oh no, it's two lines. Okay. So with the score mark, I'm going to go to the same thing. I'm going to go to contour. And you see the score lines are for the top one. This score line is for the bottom one. Now, I know when you're looking at this, you're saying, Kelly, I thought that you would do one score line all the way down if you uploaded the score images. It will do that. And even though it looks like it's going to cut, lift up, cut, lift up, cut, lift up, the only reason why it looks like this is so you know it's a score line and not a cut line just by glancing at it. All right, so we're going to delete. See, I only had to tap on one and it deleted all those lines for the top. The bottom ones are still here. X out. Now you see those score lines are here. You got your brown. So what you want to do is you want to highlight both of these. Make sure they're both highlighted in gray. And we're going to attach them. Now we're going to take that attached image and we're going to duplicate it Now we have our two. They're separated. I could change the colors. I could change this to cut out with the front panel. I could change it to cut out with the bottom panel and fit it on pages a little bit better. Okay. So now we're going to go to our next image, and this panel and this panel, these are the same. They're the same. This is something different, and this is something different. So let's drop down one. Okay, and again, we don't want to resize. Okay. Oops. I'm going to go back, cancel. All right, I'm going to drop this down just a little bit so we can see what we're doing. Okay, so I clicked on this image, and if you notice up here, it's all together. It's not grouped, it's not attached. It was literally made like this. There are no score lines in this particular piece. So what we're going to do, we could do one of two things. This looks like a pretty simple, you can go down here to contour and contour out what you don't want. Or you can go here and hit a shape. The only reason why I didn't do this with the last one is because it would be pretty hard to get a shape to cut out on this angle here up here. Okay, so we're going to unlock. We're going to make that a little bit bigger. You need to make it bigger than the item that you're cutting away, that you're going to what they call slice. All right, then we're going to highlight both of those. So we're highlighting the 3-piece image and my black square, and we're going to go down here to the bottom and hit slice. Just made it. Okay, once I've sliced, I want to take the top layer, get rid of it, I don't need it. The bottom layer, I'm going to move over to here. This layer, I'm going to pull apart. See, now that's separated from the other two. Now I'm going to take this square, and I'm going to do the same thing up here. Once I've sliced through, I'm going to take the top layer, get rid of it, pull this one down and get rid of it. I don't need that either. Now we have all 3 of these images separated. That way, if I decide that I want, now this is the part that you're going to see. So this is where I have in my pineapple as a pattern. So if you decide you want your side panels to be different than the front, or this might fit on another piece of paper a little bit better. So they're separated. Now we're good to go. We're going to go do the same thing with the next one. Now these flowers on top, I've noticed, is a big waste of paper. So you could do one of two things after you're done cleaning the both of them up. All right, let's do that right now, and then I'll show you. Take the cut mark, change it to a score. Okay, let's ungroup. Collect them together and attach. Okay, so we have our cutouts done. Okay, so we have this part is the I'm just going to put things in piles. This is the bottom base, okay. This is to decorate the one side and the other side. This is to decorate the bottom base and to decorate the bottom base of that. So they're decorations. Put them over here. And then this panel is the inside, or the shell, I should say. This panel is a shell. This panel is a shell. And this panel is a shell. This panel is, let me think. This panel, I'm not sure. I have to go back to that one. Okay, so then this panel will go on top of here. And that will be my one side of the pineapple. And this one will go here for the other side of the pineapple. Actually goes this way. The longer end is the bottom. Then this is not a decorative piece. This is actually to go on top of here. Okay. These panels will be the decorative panels for the outside of here. See? Okay, so that's a decorative piece. This is the other side. This goes at the top of the pineapple, so that's decorative. Oh, that's what this is. This goes to the top of the pineapple after the sides are all put on. This goes on the top. Then this piece goes on top of that to decorate it. Okay. This is our bottom, so we're going to put that with this piece. And these three things are the green leaves. See how I did them all different? I'm going to ink these up so it gives a little more contrast. But what we're going to do oh, I forgot this piece. This piece is the band that goes around the leaves at the top. Okay. So, and then this one here has a score mark at top of it. And then it has a score mark all the way down here. So I'm going to flip this over and hopefully flip over, do this side. So it doesn't matter what scoring tool you use, you're still going to have to bend them over, give it a better score crease with your bone folder, just so they connect, because you're going to be gluing these little tabs onto something. So I prefer to burnish them down a little bit. Take the time to give your project what it needs, so you have it turn out better. Okay, so then how this works is you're going to take this piece and this piece with both of the top flaps facing up, and then these pieces are going to get glued on the outside of this. Okay, so I like to start at the bottom. This is how Leo showed us. You take right here in between, right where your score mark is, that little point, and you line it up with this point. And I glue one down at a time, one down at first to get it nice and adhered. So they're going to be lined up like that. And you glue that one down, and then you're going to put glue on each one of these and slowly wrap around the pineapple until it gets to the top like that. Okay? So I'm going to do that off camera You can also watch Leo's video of how he puts this together, so it's the same process. Okay, so the other thing that I was thinking as I glued that on, I'm looking at it, and as much as we would love to be able to put this piece on first, these little nubby things go over the front of it, so you really can't. However, there isn't any reason why you couldn't put the side on. I didn't do it because I didn't think about it till just now. So I'm going to do that with this one. So this is my other one. I already got them over and used my bone folder. And this is going to adhere right to that. So I'm just going to glue this up. So that's my pineapple. Here. And we're going to go edit. We're going to add a photo. So there's our photo. Just leave it as pineapple tea light, or actually it's not a tea light, is it? Pineapple light. It's actually a lantern. Save. Alright. I don't want to save it to anywhere except for on my, right here in my projects.